video shows that Iran and Hezbollah, they are actually preparing for ground operation into Israel. I'll share that video with you, but just want to share something else with you first, and I think this is very, very important at the same time, which is that Iran does have now new advanced missiles and weapons. And this is why you see that Hezbollah, they are on the offensive at the moment, including preparing for ground invasion, hit and run kind of thing. So Israel, sad news for Israel, Hezbollah attacks Israel with most advanced rocket system from Iran and says that this is the beginning Israel. Where do they get these rockets from? Iran does have those rockets already manufactured in their own country, but for it to make it, for example, their drone, to make it a stealth drone, they have to go to Russia for that. And this is exactly what they're doing right now. Take a listen.
As a close friend of Russia, Iran is back at the 2024 Army Forum currently taking place at Patriot Park outside the capital Moscow on August 12 to 14.
Okay, so they are now going to Moscow to add those stealth feature on their drones. So in addition to using advanced rockets and all that, they are now also improving their stealth capabilities when it comes to their using their drones. And also with this comes nuclear program they have. Recently I have seen this and I was quite shocked to know that Iran has nuclear submarines, and they have sent it into the waters and says that this is for USA, not for Israel. Our problem is USA. Obviously we know that US is trying to checkmate Iran through this kind of warships, submarines and all that in the Mediterranean. And Iran, for them to counter, they also have something equivalent of US that they have sent to the water to counter US with. Now I'm not sure if this report is true or not, but if it is true, I would not be surprised, because Iran did develop nuclear capabilities. Now one of the main reasons why I believe that Iran is not attacking Israel right now, or delaying attacking Israel, is because they want to protect their nuclear facilities. And this is what we have seen in the news. Israel has initiated an assault on Iran targeting nuclear facility situated in Isfahan. We have seen this kind of a strike from Israel in the past. Iranian air defenses are actively countering the attacks on their facilities, prompting a halt in commercial flights over Iran. For Iran, nuclear facilities, they're very, very important. They must be protected. And I believe that is one of the main reasons, again, for Iran to delay this attack on Israel, because they want to secure those nuclear facilities, number one. And number two, if they can, I think they can, they should go for the nuclear bomb itself. So in case these nuclear facilities are getting attacked by Israel, they will have the nuclear weapon deterrence against Israel. So in that situation, Israel will think 10 times before attacking Iranian nuclear sites. And according to military analysts like Scott Reeder and Douglas McGregor, they all mention, all of them, that Iran's nuclear capability has reached to the very end of it. They can even put together those materials, nuclear fusion and all that, in matter of just hours, and prepare a bomb and be ready with a nuclear weapon. And this is exactly, I believe, is happening as we speak in Iran, because they want to, if they do explode a nuclear bomb in Iran as a test, I would not be surprised, and send a message to Israel, come get us, we have nuclear weapon now. I will not be surprised if that happens. So let's talk about this particular video where it shows, I do not know if this report is correct or not. I cannot verify this video myself, but looks like Hezbollah fighters, Iranian fighters, they're all preparing for ground invasion, and this is why they're doing this training, again, according to this video source. And again, I will not be surprised if that is the case, because they want to keep the ground invasion option open for Iran and Hezbollah, so that they can leverage it if they need it. On the other hand, in complete contrast, Israel doesn't have that luxury. They cannot do any ground operation with Iran unless they go for a whole, full-scale war, which is very, very unlikely for Israel. I mean, the U.S. is not going to approve if Israel, they want to go into Iran on a ground invasion and ground war. U.S. will never, ever allow that. Of course, it all also depends what the situation would be, but normally and generally, at this time, with all of this situation getting escalated, I don't think U.S. would want more escalation and have Israel to go for a ground invasion. But on the other hand, as I said, Iran does have the option to go on a ground invasion, and because they have proxies, and Lebanon is bordering with Israel, Syria is bordering with Israel, Gaza is bordering with Israel. So for Iran to put boots on the ground, in other words, is much easier, 100 times easier than Israel doing it against Iran. When we talk about Iran and Israel, we also talk about Donald Trump. This guy is getting completely impatient with all of these things happening. He wants it to end very, very fast. Let's take a listen.
Israel has to finish that job. They have to finish it quickly, strongly, and they have to get back to life again because it's taking too long.
Yeah, it's taking too long. He can't wait. So the moment he is elected, I think right now he is trying to appeal to the Jews, to the Israeli lobby, to vote him, to make him the president, and he will just drop, mother of all bombs. If you remember that, he said against Afghanistan, I'm going to be dropping mother of all bomb, and get rid of Taliban, get rid of all of those people, the Taliban Mujahideen. So Trump is 10 times much more dangerous for the world, and also obviously for for Iran and for the Middle East, than any other president. Kamala Harris, she is just all about talk. I don't believe she will do anything. But for Donald Trump, he means business. And as he said, this is taking too long. Now, there is another occasion where Trump said something very, very interesting. Take a listen.
Well, the biggest change I've seen in Congress is Israel literally owned Congress. You understand that 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And it was so powerful. It was so powerful. And today it's almost the opposite.
It was so powerful. Right now it is not powerful anymore. In fact, Israelis, especially the Orthodox Jews, they are being emasculated. They do not want to fight, and they are actually fighting their own army, their own police, not army, their own police in Israel, to avoid any kind of enlistment into the Israeli military. Take a look at this video. You'll know what I'm talking about. So the ultra-Orthodox Israel, they're protesting, and they are sitting on the streets saying that will not leave until the court will change its ruling, where it says that the ultra-Orthodox the Jews must be enlisted in the military. They don't want to fight. So when Donald Trump said they were very, very powerful 10, 15 years ago, and they're not powerful anymore, he's talking about Israeli lobby, of course. But even in Israel, they're getting weaker when it comes to manpower and all that. And these ultra-Orthodox Jews, they don't work. They do nothing. They get special welfare, social welfare. They're like, what do you call that? Dole bludging. People who takes money, loves money, and these ultra-Orthodox, they just don't want to be enlisted. They don't want to do the hard work. And the irony is that these are the people who are at the core of the establishment of Israel, because they believe that they are the chosen people, and somehow God has promised them this land, and they're going to bring the Messiah. And they do all this red heifer things, stupid nonsense stuff. But now, they don't want to work. They don't want to do the hard work. They want, in fact, U.S. to do it for them. So we're not going to go and fight. U.S., you send your troops, you fight our war, we're going to sit. Even in the Quran, if you don't know that, in the Quran mentioned that these people, they used to tell their prophet, you go and you and your God go and fight, we're going to sit here and we're going to move. So exactly same thing being repeated. Just to give you another tangent on this one. I know a lot of you are not Muslims, but if you are interested in learning what the Quran talks about and how it talks about the Jews, you can obviously go and check it out. Now, Iran has their military IRGC spokesperson has this to say. Take a listen.
حمله احتمال ایران و جبهه مقاومت در بی‌تعادلی باید به سر ببرن. ممکن است پاسخ ایران هم تکرار عملیات‌های گذشته نباشه. کیفیت پاسخ.
He's talking about how he's going to make Israel to wait, and they are going to be making them wait for a long time and make their military become weaker and exhausted. Remember, when they have to guard against Hamas, against Hezbollah, against Houthis, now on top of all of this, they will also have to add Iran's attack. In other words, the military will be so scattered all over the places and less organized that if an attack comes from any of these sides, whether Hamas or Hezbollah or Houthis, I mean, I'm considering even Houthis because they're also attacking those vessels in the sea, then they will have no idea. They will be caught off guard, and Iran is taking full advantage of this situation. And I think they're causing a lot of economic, financial damage to Israeli economy by making Israel wait. In fact, right now, Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, all of these cities, they are now completely standing still. Means there is nothing going on. The economy is collapsing, and because of this kind of unrest and panic and paranoia going on in Israel, people don't want to work anymore. Like they don't, I mean, 40,000 businesses shut down already. So many businesses are going bankrupt, and the reason for that is because people don't feel safe. There is a mass exodus taking place. People are leaving Israel in numbers like hundreds and thousands. So Iran is actually damaging and destroying Israel's economy by making them wait for this attack, which is, I think, very, very smart thing to do. As Donald Trump himself, he said that Hezbollah, they're very, very smart people. And of course, when he talks about Hezbollah, he also talks about Iran, that's for sure. Guys, we are going to be seeing some dramatic escalation, to say the least, in the coming days against Israel. Hezbollah, Iran, they're all ready to do whatever it takes to stop this Zionist genocidal maniacs. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.